Tonight, Shedeur Sanders made the entire National Football League look like a whole bunch of petty fools. In some cases, racist fools. In many cases, Dion despising fools. Tonight at Carolina, Shedeur Sanders made all those teams that had 143 chances to draft him before he went 144th. He shamed all of them, including the Cleveland Browns, who finally took him in the 5th round. I'm convinced only because the owner, the publicity-starved owner, just wanted some more shock value publicity. Oh, we took him, because he knew what would happen, that the national media would descend on Browns camp, make it a story that might distract the rest of the world from the mess that Jimmy Haslam has made of the Cleveland Browns, especially after he gave $230 million to Deshaun Watson. Good Lord, have mercy. I said before last college season started that Shedeur Sanders should go number 1 overall. It was either he or Travis, 1-2-2-1, and I would go every time with the quarterback because he is the quarterback. He is him. He is the son of the greatest cornerback and, to me, the greatest athlete ever. Greatness flows through his veins, and I said it all year long. He should go 1 in the draft, ahead of Cam Ward. My friend Mel Kiper began to echo, not me, but just echo that emotion, that point of view. I had Mel on my show, the Skip Bayless show, ahead of the draft, and Mel stood tall and strong for Shedeur, preached to my choir, and as I preached to Mel's choir, then Mel went off on draft night when he slid and failed to be taken by the entire National Football League, including Tom Brady's team. What was it, 5 times? Tom Brady's Raiders could have drafted him. You can't tell me that Tom Brady didn't say no to Shedeur. They didn't like his attitude. They didn't like his interviews. And I kept saying, watch the freaking tape. You could just watch it on TV. As you saw again tonight, I was not at all surprised by tonight at Carolina. Shedeur can flat out play the hardest position in sports to play. He can flat out play quarterback with poise and command and touch and accuracy and toughness and clutch toughness. There was no tougher quarterback in America the last 2 years as he played for Colorado with little to no protection the first year and only below average protection last year. Shedeur took a beating and just kept jumping up and making another completion. He led the nation in percentage of completions. He led the nation. And I kept saying, what is not to love about Shedeur? Arm strength? Are you kidding? Did you watch him at Colorado? He has effortless arm strength. He doesn't have like a Josh Allen cannon, but who does? Did Tom Brady? Heck no. Shedeur, sometimes mentored by Tom Brady. I think that was all for show on Brady's part, but sometimes mentored by Brady, actually reminds me of Brady in his feel for playing the position. Tonight didn't surprise me at all because Shedeur Sanders, thrown into the fire for the Cleveland Browns, who now have 6 quarterbacks in camp, but only 2 healthy? Tyler Huntley and Shedeur. They had to play Shedeur because they had no choice. And you can't tell me that Kevin Stefanski, it sort of reminded me of John Elway and John Fox back in 2011 with a Tebow that they did not want. They inherited Tebow from the Josh McDaniels regime. Josh took him 5th overall. I said I'd take him at the bottom of the first round, just let him run his college offense, and he will win games, will Tim Tebow. And in his second year, after the team fell to 1-4 and they didn't have any other choice, they sort of said, well, let's let him play at Miami. He'll fall on his face mask, and then we can tell all those Tebow zealots out there, we gave him his chance. He can't play. It's over. And Tebow goes down and wins it in overtime in Miami, and the rest is obviously AFC West history, because he took those Denver Broncos all the way to the AFC West title. And Shedeur is much more talented than Tim Tebow. Tebow was a force of nature, but so is Shedeur. Did you see how the team responded to him tonight? He left after 3 quarters and, 45-ish snaps, I think it was. It's a lot of snaps for a preseason game, but did you see how the team responded? He looked so comfortable. He made them comfortable. He has such great body language because his father is Shedeur Sanders, Neon Deion, Coach Prime is his father, his teacher, his coach from 5 years old up was Shedeur Sanders until now. That was the first game he's ever played without his father coaching him. And he looked effortlessly comfortable. He showed you the whole repertoire. He's got a deep bag. He can make all the throws. Threw 2 touchdown passes in the first half to Caden Davis. Remember, Shedeur got thrown into a fire with very few training camp reps. Certainly he got, I think, no first-team reps. So he starts the game with second and third teamers, and the first 2 series were against Carolina's starting defense. And Shedeur winds up throwing a touchdown pass to Caden Davis, who's bounced around the league as a former undrafted free agent. He can run a little bit, but he throws a touchdown pass. Dropped a dime between 3 defenders to Caden Davis for the first touchdown, and then he goes back later to Caden Davis on a blitz pickup by his back where Shedeur has to slide right, plant, throw, low laser. Doesn't have an arm. Did you see the low laser? Did you see the mustard on it? Did you see the velocity? Hitting Caden Davis right there just above the turf. Touchdown number 2. Led him on another long drive in the third quarter for touchdown number 3. 21-7 it was when he left. He can win a lot of football games. He looked to me a lot like a number 1 overall pick tonight, because that's what he should have been. It was the biggest disgrace in the history of the National Football League that somehow the sheep-think NFL wanted to teach Shedeur and in turn Deion a lesson for how he interviewed. I don't know, how he handled it, how he carried himself, that he was the highest paid NIL college player ever. He had a couple of luxury cars. He had the Rolls and whatever else he had. He had a Tesla, had the Tesla Cybertruck. Yeah, he earned it. Did you see the stands in Boulder every time he took the field? There was a lot of Deion, but it was a lot of Shedeur. He showed you against high-level competition, Big 12 competition, again and again and again without protection. He can throw it as sweetly as you want to throw it, any way you want to throw it. And he could, I kept saying last year, he can move. There's no statue in pocket. Did you see the first scramble for 10 yards tonight when he escaped and hit the Jets? He's not Deion, obviously, but he can move. He can run. Did you see the scramble, the elusivity of he escaped and escaped and escaped, and he went backwards, and he does too much of the go backwards, but he kept escaping. They couldn't get him on the ground. He plays strong in the pocket. He's not the biggest kid at 6'2"-ish. What is he, maybe 205? Not the biggest kid. He just plays strong in the pocket. Trust me, plays Roethlisberger strong in the pocket. It's hard to get him on the ground. He escaped, and he should have thrown it away. But remember, he runs out of bounds because he's trying to make a play, because he's going to have a hard time making the team in Cleveland. In Cleveland, they well could be the worst team in the league. Flacco and Kenny Pickett and Deshaun's still there. They drafted Dylan Gabriel, 100 spots ahead of Shedeur. I know Dylan Gabriel inside out. I'm a University of Oklahoma fan. I know he finished at Oregon, but I watched him for 2 years at OU. Like, I watched him back at Central Florida, and he doesn't have Shedeur's arm. He's not bad. He was a really good college quarterback. Shedeur's going to be a really good pro quarterback if somebody has the guts to give him the shot. If somebody has the guts to go against the now conventional wisdom in the NFL that no, not Deion, not Shedeur, you can't, Deion's going to be involved. And then all the coaches were scared to death. If you draft Shedeur, Deion's going to be the stage father, and the next thing you know, your owner's going to want to hire Deion to be the head coach, to coach Shedeur. That's why they all fought against him. No, there's no doubt Stefanski fought against him. He didn't want Shedeur. Stop it. No way. Shedeur is not at this moment, but he will be better than Joe Flacco. He will be better than Pickett. He already is better than Dylan Gabriel. Heck, right now, what's left of Deshaun, he's better than Deshaun. I used to love Deshaun in Houston for a while until he had his off-field issues that just wrecked him psychologically, wrecked his confidence, wrecked his psyche. Shedeur, never been in trouble for anything. There's no issue there. He's full of himself. I got it. And some of his, I heard all the stories, some of the things that he said to some of the teams about how great he's going to be. He just believes it.